Kevin O'Connell announcing his starting offensive line for the Chiefs game. Not great. All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Onebar, Kevin O'Connell, talking to the media, pretty much not 100%, but saying who pretty much will be our offensive line when it comes to the starters on Sunday against a mildly scary game against the Chiefs. Before we get into that, remember, subscribe to the channel, like the videos here every damn day, talking Vikings. We're like 130 away from 10K. Hit that thing. It feels so damn good. Helps us out. Once I tell you who the starting offensive line is going to be, you might actually unsubscribe. But you know what? We'll take it. Just hit it anyways. It feels good. So Alec Lewis from The Athletic, and I quote his tweet. Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell said the plan is to likely start both Ezra Cleveland and Ed Ingram at left guard and right guard respectfully. He did, though, say that Dalton Risner or Blake Brandel could see some playing time. That is very confusing, especially the Blake Brandel part, which we're going to talk about. Before that, Garrett Bradbury, he's back. He's back, baby. Our starting center is back. But let's give it up for Austin Schlottman. Old Schlotsky, he played pretty damn good. He played pretty damn, you know what? He played way better, I should say, than expected. So Austin Schlottman, damn good backup center. Garrett Bradbury, yes, he's better. I don't think it's that huge of a leap that he's better. I want him out there. I'm glad he's out there, but hopefully he helps improve this interior offensive line. But all our Dalton Risner lovers, myself included, hurts our heart a little bit when we see that Ed Ingram is once again starting. Right now, Dalton Risner is slated as the backup left guard to Ezra, and Blake Brandel is slated as the backup right guard to Ed Ingram. Right now, Ezra Cleveland, 11th ranked guard on PFF with a pretty damn good grade. I mean, his pass blocking, we know Ezra Cleveland, that is his strong point, 75. And even his run blocking is a 65.5, which isn't horrible. So Ezra Cleveland having a pretty decent season, I'll say. Ed Ingram, surprisingly, is the 21st ranked guard, and that is straight up strictly because of his run blocking. He's a 73.3 on PFF. His pass blocking, which we all know is grosser than Lupagus, with his top off on a July afternoon. He's the 52nd ranked guard when it comes to run blocking, or pass blocking. I'm sorry, pass blocking. So yuck. We know all about it. But so the question is, if they're thinking about getting Dalton Risner and possibly Blake Brandel out there, are they benching both guards? Are they going to mix them in? Are they going to rotate? You don't generally see that amongst offensive line. We know Dalton Risner can play the left side or the right side, so I'm not completely writing off that Risner couldn't come in for Ed Ingram on the right side, but confusing, and very curious to see how this plays out on Sunday. We know they got Chris Jones. We know the Chiefs got some good defensive players. So if it's just gross and a disaster, that's when they swap these guys in? I don't get it. Clearly, Kevin O'Connell is still pretty much all in on Ed Ingram. He does not want to pull the plug on him. We'll see. But the Blake Brandel thing, I can't see them benching Ezra Cleveland. I can't see them pulling Ezra Cleveland. So it would be funny, not funny, but what would be make Vikings fans explode is if we actually finally bench Ed Ingram and then we put in Blake Brandel. That would make for some very entertaining post game. And you know what? Blake Brandel would probably play better. We will see, but we'll see how this shakes out. But Kevin O'Connell's saying that we are back to our starting five that started week 1 of the season. These are his guys, and maybe he just wants to see it one last time. He wants to see the band back together to see if they can pull it together before he makes some crazy changes, or maybe we'll never see a change in this offensive line for the rest of our lives. Let me know in the comments how you feeling about the offensive line. Are you happy Bradbury's back? If someone wants to try to explain why he's thinking about getting in Brandel or Risner this weekend, I'm all ears. Let me know. Hit that sub button. We'll be hot and heavy all weekend. Let's